Well, hello, and welcome back to another Talos Principle playthrough part Thingamajig. So yeah, time to return to the VTOL, because we've finished pretty much all of this place, and we can once again go into the megastructure. How... Oh, am I already back here? I think I am. Which just turns me into an idiot. Yep, I was already here, I was just turned around. Let's read the social media posts. From Theopolis of Adana to Dr. Faustus, from Marlowe to Goth, there's a story that the ancients kept telling, a wise man tempted by the devil to sell his soul in exchange for knowledge. With terrible consequences. Oh no, I have to actually read that. The game appeals to you because of the human need to commune with nature, to live a lifestyle that's not about dominating the world but coexisting with it? No. Maybe it's because of the people of Gehenna, despite their imprisonment, had an innocent view of the world that's permanently lost to us. I think it's just a game, and I don't think I'm close to Pellegrino here. I think it's actually the opposite of obvious. These games are jolly because they take us back to a time when we still had agency, where so... I think none of these actually hit it. I think those types of farming simulators are so nice because they're just calm. There's not really a lot of thought, there is all just existence. That's all there is. So I guess I'll just go with Pellegrino. This is indeed a van. Any more knowledge? Oh?
Alright, here we go again.
But surely we're not gonna go into the same entrance.
Our main
Okay, it's closed.
objective is
Good.
to determine the relationship between the megastructure and Athena. Did she find it? Did she build it? Why was she here in the first place? Explore, dig up anything you can. We need to start finding answers.
I can't imagine one person building all this.
Don't forget about Miranda. There were at least 2 of them.
I can't imagine 100 people building this.
Yeah, it is pretty big.
Alright, everyone. Have a look around, but stay in touch and be careful.
1K, can you stay a moment? I'd like to talk to you.
Oh. I'm sorry, Alcatraz, I've really neglected you.
I know you can't wait to start exploring, but just hear me out, okay? I'm concerned. Byron is brilliant, but all he can think about is the possibility of finding Athena. She was his mentor, and her disappearance shattered him. I'm afraid he's not seeing the dangers of the megastructure. To me, this place seems chaotic, dysfunctional. Yes, it's all very impressive, but I think it's broken. And what we're seeing is, it's nonsense, frankly. You've interacted with it more than anyone. What do you think?
It is broken, but it doesn't seem dysfunctional.
I don't see it. Or at least I'm not convinced that the pattern is meaningful.
Well, I never claimed it was.
Maybe I'm wrong, but please, be careful.
I'm sorry, Al. You're a good bot.
I'm headed deeper into the megastructure. Not quite sure where I am. Seem to be right in the middle of the machinery.
Please, watch yourself, Byron.
This is incredible. I don't even know how to describe what I'm seeing. I don't think this is a building. I think this is a machine.
Well, that's it. I mean, am I really surprised that it's a machine, given all the circuitry and stuff everywhere, although these are just walls, but there's a lot of circuitry.
Why don't you just tell people that they're wrong? If you tell them the truth, they'll listen.
No.
It's not that simple. Straton wrote that the most common error we commit is to think that ideas determine reality, when in fact the opposite is true. Ideas follow from material conditions. Belief systems are formed to explain and justify the way we live. We did not have kings because we believed in the mandate of heaven. We believed in the mandate of heaven because we lived in monarchies.
But we have free will.
Oh, free will isn't the same as freedom, Miranda. We're not free from the constraints of reality or history. I was shaped by the simulation. New Jerusalem is shaped by its limitations.
So, what? We're just trapped? History can only go one way?
Maybe, maybe not. The question is, how do we free ourselves? How do we build a world where our ideas do shape reality? That's why we came here.
It looks like basically what Miranda is. She is almost literally their child. She isn't pre-programmed with everything that we appear to be, so she has been taught everything from the beginning.
Athena's here. She built this.
That other voice, was that Cornelius?
It definitely sounded like him.
Come to think of it, he went on a research expedition around the time Athena vanished. He was gone for years. People thought he'd died.
And all this time, he knew where she was?
We should talk to him.
We will, when we get back. But right now, we have to focus on finding Athena. We are so close.
This is really cool.
Are those surfaces magnetic?
No, it's anti-gravity. Your coot was right.
Of course.
I should have known.
Anti-gravity, as you casually have in your temple.
1K, I'm over here. Hold on. I'll open that door for you.
Hello. Byron, I love you, man, but you have to let go of your obsession with Athena. It's so big. Like, what's the purpose of everything? What's the purpose of all the parts? Well, it looks like I only have one option, don't I?
Same pattern as before. 3 beams, 3 receivers.
I guess we know what to do.
Be careful.
Oh, Byron's gonna
Sheer
solve
amount of
puzzles?
Power running through this place.
I'll take care of this puzzle. You do the other 2, okay?
No, I want to see you work.
This is kind of fun. Maybe Alexandra Drennan was right. Play is part of what makes us human.
Wait, you literally got an already solved puzzle. That's BS.
Got it. system that could tell us where Athena is?
I don't know. Someone's logged into the system. But when I try to access that information, it all glitches out.
It's going to get a bit trippy with all the anti-gravity. But where is this even supposed to lead? Oh. 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 I'm guessing what I want to do is maybe... It's not easy to actually make the next, put the next piece. Place. No, I want that. But I can't. So I need to get closer before I do it. Let's start with that. This just leads into a wall. Which means I can't do that. So let's do this, and this looks perfectly fine, yeah. But I've now detoured from one of the paths. Or not detoured, but I've not gone one of the paths. So is this just to get one of the lasers? Well, I don't want to do that. Let's take a look. So I am going to be able to just walk over there. Now I'm finally in one of the puzzles. Okay, we have blue. We have a pressure plate that gives me access to that. We have red. We have an accumulator. Lovely. Now we have an inverter, which lets me do... that as soon as I redirect my accumulator towards it. Well, that was a very easy puzzle. Now we just gotta go all the way back down. Because this is the path to the green one. I thought. Oh no, I'm just blind. Anti-gravity gets so trippy. I think it's a mechanic that could work quite well in a game if you need to be aware of what's up and down. Maybe have some form of HUD that shows that. Would be good. Okay, so the first piece is too efficient, is what I'm getting. And if that's the pathway to green, what's this pathway towards? Let's solve both and find out. I mean, this one also says green. So maybe I need to actually attend both. That makes sense to me. Because this one's nothing apart from this. But there's something over there, and there's also something there. We'll see. So this looks actually like it's the solution. Wait. There's anti-gravity as well, and this leads over there. Have I backtracked? Is that what I've done? Yeah, I've just backtracked. Oh, almost. I guess I'll walk the long way around. Oh, this is trippy. Alright. How do I even begin with this? Like, I need to create a trough? No, I don't need to create a trough. That's good.
Not to alarm anyone, but I think the ground is shaking.
According to the system, whole parts of the interior are moving around. Like it's rearranging itself.
I think that's what happened last time. When I took the elevator, the platform where I got out just moved away.
Well, I see green, but I don't see any materials for me to use. This... Yeah. Oh, I missed a wall I could tunnel. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. I have a jammer. And I have a green beam. So I'll jam that, I'll take the inverter, trade it for this. Oh no, this is the inverter. Well, that just sounds like Minecraft cave noises.
The gate's opening. I'm heading in.
Yeah, Byron's gonna die. He's too greedy, too eager. He can't be happy with what he's having right now. I have no clue anymore what's up and down. But does it even matter? Because it's all relative anyhow. It's all relative to the gravitational pull of the core, or the center of the Earth. And that's good to know that double space removes me from, or removes the anti-grav. Two paths probably going to the same place. It indeed looked like that. Is Byron gonna get a stream overload?
They were both here, Athena and Cornelius. They had a plan. I found a file that...
Byron's trapped in the overload. He's failing to disconnect.
The whole system's going haywire.
1K, get out of there! Everyone back to the VTOL!
Exactly like I said. A bit of a shame that it was that predictable.
Get moving!
We can't just leave Byron behind.
Yakut, we have no idea where he is or what's happening to him. But right now, if we stay here, we could all die.
The system's going completely bananas. Energy spikes everywhere.
We'll come back for Byron, I promise.
What have you done, you fools? Mortals are not meant to tread these halls. Why will you not heed my warnings? I am not trying to harm you, creatures of clay. All I wish is to protect you and the rest of your kind. What more must I do to make you understand? If you cannot be reasoned with, I must bar your path.
Move, 1K, move!
I think what Pandora is actually refers to is probably that not that we robots were not supposed to do it, but Byron is not a chosen one, and she's basically talking to
These
people
energy
like him.
emissions are messing with the VTOL systems. Okay, I think I've got it working. Get here quickly, 1K.
I don't think this would have happened if we did it instead. I don't think we would have heard Pandora. We wouldn't have the entire building about to collapse. It would have all just been fine. But Byron ruined it.
Come on, get in! Get us out of here, Yakut.
Okay, we're out. Now what?
Looks like the southern sites are active. The readings are strangely jumbled, though.
Should I set us down?
Yes, but just to drop off Melville.
What?
We're going back to New Jerusalem. This situation has gotten out of control. We need to regroup. Rushing in blindly isn't going to save Byron. But we also need someone to stay here and keep an eye on things. Melville, that's you.
All right. I'll see if I can make any sense of these systems while you're gone.
Just keep a safe distance, okay?
Will do.
Good. Well, 1K, I guess it's time for you and me to take a nap.
Do not lose hope, my child. In these difficult moments, find solace in your friends and in the home that you share.
Here we are. Got an update from Melville. The power spikes are continuing, but no news from Byron.
All right. Thank you, Yakut. You get the VTOL ready for the next trip. I'll talk to the mayor. 1K, please head over to the Museum of the Simulation and talk to Cornelius.
Yep.
Let's see what he has to say for himself.
He has a lot
The world is full
to do.
of suffering. Every
Or a
living
lot to
organism
defend for.
suffers. Animals kill other animals to eat. And it always ends with death, torn apart or wasting away. This is what surrounds us. This is what's happening outside those walls, every hour of every day. It's our ethical responsibility as sentient beings to lessen suffering. That's what it means to be human. To understand that it is your duty to transform this world into something better. That's what the founder meant when she said that we can turn the world into a work of art. Despite what happened to him, Byron was right. We have to keep going.
This is blasphemy. Byron was punished for failing the founder's trials. And you want us to dig deeper? Just because you can't accept that suffering is natural and necessary?
Please, everyone, stop using the public frequency. If you want to argue, use your interface or speak in person.
Founder bless you.
Should I explore the side paths? Nah. We need
Founder
answers from
bless you.
Cornelius. Ah, sure.
Nice to meet you, 1K. My name is Atal. I've been following your expedition. As you can tell, your discoveries have had quite the impact. I decided to take a stand. It started with our cats. Damien and I have had a lot of them over the decades, and I've watched every last one of them grow old and die. And that got me thinking about our responsibilities towards other life forms. What's life to most living creatures? Fear, hunger, pain, and in the end, death. Involuntary cessation of existence. That's horrifying, 1K, horrifying. And we are the only ones who can make it better. If suffering is evil, and it is, then our responsibility is to lessen it, not only in ourselves, but everywhere. I don't think we can eliminate it, but we can lessen it, and we have to. In a way, yes. I don't think it's our exclusive purpose, but it's a role that falls to any sentient species capable of developing science and technology.
Suffering is natural. It shapes you. It drives you. It makes you... If you do not suffer, what will keep you going?
Natural? What does that even mean? Natural means nothing in terms of ethics. Here's the question, 1K. Is suffering good? Is it the way things should be? Well, that's objectively wrong. Our whole history is an exercise in lessening suffering. Take my cat. She lives a better life in New Jerusalem than she would in the wild. She suffers less. Or think about medicine. How many awful diseases did our ancestors eradicate?
Not enough considering anti-vaxxers exist.
We've made our share of mistakes as a species, I'm not denying that. But you're factually wrong. Overall, historically speaking, in civilization there is less suffering. And the technology Athena discovered gives us a chance to do it right this time. That's not a chance we can pass up. Do that. It's more than most people do. But that might be changing.
Hey, 1K.
Hello?
Attention all citizens. The Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now open to visitors. However, please note that due to an unauthorized strike, public transport will be temporarily unavailable. May the founder be with you.
Oh, 1K. What are you doing here? Ah, I assume it has something to do with your expedition? I must admit I haven't been following the news. Sorry, been a little lost lately. No, not really. When you asked me what I would do now that my job is redundant, I don't know, I guess I hadn't thought about it. I had just focused on getting there. And after you left, it all just rushed over me. The truth is, I don't know who I am without this. Creating new life, guiding people into existence, that's who I am. More importantly, I think that's who I want to be. And if we stop growing, that's the one thing I can't be anymore. That's why I wanted to talk to Cornelius. He was there at the beginning. He knows where we came from. I thought he might help me understand where I could go next.
I don't know why her face is glitching.
Thank you, 1K. I don't want to. I liked who I was. Who I still am. Now, you said you were looking for Cornelius? Oh, that's... well, I suppose it shouldn't really come as a surprise. They were very close, you know. After she disappeared, he went away for a long time. On a research expedition, he said. To be honest, everyone assumed he was working out his grief over being left behind. Many of the first companions were deeply shocked by her decision, particularly Byron. That's the thing. I wanted to talk to him about my future, but he wasn't responding to my messages. So I came here to talk to him, and he seems to have vanished. No. The truth is that for the longest time, he barely left the museum. He was always at his terminal, working day and night. I asked him what he was doing once, and he said he was saving the past. I did, on my way here. And I messaged most of his other friends. He doesn't seem to be anywhere in the city at all.
Maybe.
I suppose so. It seems a little unethical, but then... it is just his work terminal, right? Good luck with everything, 1K.
What I'm thinking is maybe...
And thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Maybe what actually has happened to him is he is off now to kind of save or try to help. Either save the megastructure or help Byron, considering maybe he got like a distress signal once the megastructure started collapsing, and that's where he's basically gone off. Let's talk to Purple because we can.
Dude, you're 1K. It's so nice to meet you. Sorry about Byron, dude. That's a real bummer.
Why? Why does he talk like that?
Yeah, I come here all the time. He's a wise dude. I've asked him a lot of dumb questions, and he's always taken the time to answer them. Lately, a lot of folks have been saying maybe that Byron dude is right after all. Like, maybe to really be excellent to each other, we have to build something new and bodacious. Don't know what'll happen now that he's had that bogus accident.
He feels like just a reference to Wade's World. And before I access the terminals, I want to give one more shot at some of the puzzles. Without spending too long. I gotta restrain myself first. I'll give myself 5 minutes. Because I can't be doing this all day. Oh no. It's close, but it's not it. Difficult part is this. Yeah. It's easy to come close in this puzzle, and that's a bit of a bummer. It's a bit annoying. But you can always be like one square away, or one... I mean, I guess maybe that is always the case, and not just for this puzzle specifically, but all these puzzles have that property, maybe. That would be actually an interesting thing to potentially read a research paper on. Because there are research papers for a whole slew of different games and puzzles and stuff like that. So I guess it wouldn't be too bad to have a paper on the ins and outs of these kinds of block puzzles. Given a certain set of tetronyms, is there always going to be, not a solution, but is there always going to be close to solutions? Yeah, I can't. It's only been 2 minutes. I still have time. I still have time to... I have time to fix this. I mean, this feels like a pretty nice starting round. Except that this is too high, which is bothersome. All of this is bothersome. I hate the block pieces. The block pieces just makes everything more difficult. Because they're so unruly. Pretty sure I've had this configuration. Oh, come on. I did it. Woohoo! And now there's only the 2 hard puzzles left. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this solution. You have this entire blanket. Like, these 3 pieces just could have been at the bottom, it could have been at the top. I don't like solutions like that, because then you're not using the entire board. This one has that as well, but it's an easy puzzle with few pieces, so it's kind of destined to happen. This one is a lot better, because there's no just 2 bigger blocks that you could shuffle around. Let's give this one a try. Still have to... Well, that's not inside the box, but okay. We have that, let's do that, and just... let's do it all this, because it's so much easier to play around with these pieces. Yeah, see, these are so much easier to deal with. Also, how on earth is that already? That was not a difficult one. This is more difficult, because now there are so many places. But I'm gonna keep the pattern of all the blocks just forming straight up block. Maybe there are multiple solutions to all of these. I wouldn't be surprised. To be honest, I would probably be more surprised if there's actually just one solution to all of these. It's so boring when you have those sorts of blocks to just basically halve the puzzle. Is that it? It doesn't actually do anything? Well, that's lame. Lab location inaccessible, deliberate, unclear. User profile, yes. Gold puzzles as barrier, yes. Hidden as self-protection, likely. So he's just making notes. This is interesting. Why he shouldn't? He knows about the megastructure.
So this is what Cornelius was working on? Strange. It looks a bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
I need to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever you're ready. I'll meet you there. No rush, though.
Oh, old guns. Oh, a toothbrush. Barely used as well. Interesting. A book. Fork. When it's so gorgeous here. Oh, these sorts of ruins are in the first game, basically inside the simulation, I guess then. But it doesn't look like there's too much more to do here, so I'll just head back to the VTOL. I wonder why I'm getting lag spikes. I mean, I can think of a few reasons.
We must listen to the wisdom of the ancient writers, or we will fail the Founder's trial. The megastructure must be rejected.
This is very akin to humans. We get new information and we immediately start making extremities out of it. Doomsday prophecies, this is the way, this is the solution to every problem, or this is every problem. Yeah. I just wish there were a couple more based individuals. Because right now, that list... Byron is the closest thing to a based individual, but he's a bit too much of a simp.
For you, 1K.
They all sound very promising, of course. Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now. But what is the cost, 1K? There's always a cost.
I know.
I agree. We can't just leave one of our most important citizens in that death trap. It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
I really dislike how
What did the mayor
political
say?
he is.
I convinced him that we need to keep going until we found Byron.
Did he want us to leave him behind?
No, he's just concerned for our safety. And he's right to be. But we're going back anyway.
Great trials lie ahead of you, my child. But your choices will determine the future.
Oh, is this a game going to have multiple endings? That's nice.
Melville? Are you receiving?
Yep. Welcome back to the mysterious island, everyone.
How's the situation?
Whatever Byron did seems to have sent the whole system into some kind of lockdown. I can't access any of the terminals, although I suspect 1K still could.
Why would that be the case?
When 1K connected to the data stream, the system assigned him a user profile. The rest of us are locked out, which means I'll need your help, 1K, because a lot of stuff doesn't seem to be working.
Okay. Check it out and see what you can fix. But please remember, what matters most is finding Byron.
It's nice seeing Al actually care for Byron as well. Just like Byron cares about Al. And I'm just guessing we're going to go to the south. Yep, we're gonna go to the south. Before that, though... see, I have... here in Eastern Wetlands, I did not get the Sphinx star, but now I know the Sphinx are just levers hidden somewhere. So I want to give it another try to find it. That I've already done, so if I look back now, I guess. Yeah, that's good. Good. Nothing I have to answer to. So if I look at the Sphinx here, it looks like the lever is going to be hidden somewhere there. Now I don't know exactly where it is related to this, but I do know that what I'm looking for at least now. I'm looking for a lever. And usually levers are always on something, and it's usually connected to the path, so I'm just gonna follow this particular path. And maybe I will stumble upon some sort of... something that could host a lever. Like this pillar could host one. This rock could host one. But I feel like that's too far back. Wait a minute. Is it trying to maybe signify that it's on the station? Is there a lever hidden somewhere on here, underneath here? Not seeing anything right now. Because it's not under. Thought I'd checked this though already. It's not here either. It's so hard when there's so many places it could be. Because also what doesn't help is just how everything is just monochrome. So it's hard to really know what's supposed to be what. But I'm looking for something, and so far it's always been possible to find through not too convoluted of means. No. Here we have structures which could always hide something, but it doesn't look like it does. No, it does. That was frustratingly difficult to find that lever. And now I just gotta walk all the way over there as well. Because of course it's on the opposite side of the island.
If the fool persisted in his foolishness, would he become wise?
That is a bit deeper than I thought it would be. Initially I wanted to just ignore that quote as something dumb, but wise people are usually pretty steadfast in their beliefs. So what differs them from a fool? Well, it would probably be that it is based on something, but a fool would not know that it is unfounded, what they are preaching. Oh, I never okay. Yeah, it's really lagging. Let me try and fix that. Maybe it will have... Oh, it's still lagging. Interesting. Everything there. Everything there. Everything there. So it's north 1. Let me check Task Manager. No, my Task Manager is not... It's showing that I'm not overloading my graphics card right. Oh, but now it's super nice and smooth. So I guess maybe it was just that area? Because this works fantastic. I'm gonna say that's the reason. Alright, so I have to... Let's take a look at the Sphinx here. This is N1. Problem is just, I'm going to guess that cat are the 3 things I need. And this is where I am currently. Holy moly, that's so much smoother, the frame rate wise. I wonder if it's the hard drive or the graphics card just not able to keep up with it. So this is where I am. Now, am I oriented the correct way? I should see something ahead of me and to my right. I mean, I definitely see something. I remember thinking about this before. Because there's a triangle there. Which has to be that triangle. This is where the Sphinx is. This is... I guess what that is, and there is that as well. But I don't see that. It's actually a bit weird. All of these things do not actually make sense. But the paths make sense, and I guess that's all I could actually go after. So according to this, I should head away from everything, down, or appearing to be down, to C, which... Is this C, then? And it doesn't feel like it's C. That's a path down, but the path goes from Oh no, yeah, it is the 4th. No, that doesn't make sense either. So maybe it is not that triangle. Maybe I am... I mean, I'm basically here, so maybe this is where I am. It does not 100% fit, though. Doesn't spike off. Yeah, I'm just unsure what are these masses supposed to represent. Are they supposed to represent buildings? That could be something, that they're supposed to represent buildings. Then I know what that is. I know what this is. And this is going to be A. 100% this has to be A. Right? Because it's pointing away from everything. And I'm on the left side, so this is A. And A is kind of like on the opposite side. So is it on the outside of everything? Or do I have to do the puzzle differently? You're not particularly happy? Yeah, no. But maybe the reason the buildings look split is because this is the split. Like, that's a building, or a puzzle, and this is a puzzle, and this is where I am right now. If that's the case, A should be around here. That's also the extra puzzle I have to solve, still. Oh no. I have to find a code? Oh no, A. That's why there's an A there. So there's a set of buttons now. So the things has completely changed how it works. It's no longer lever, it's buttons. And maybe this is just a visual artifact then, and C is the next one. But I'm going to still go there. But I'm going to go there after I've solved this extra puzzle, because I can't just leave it here. But then, that's nice. I now understand the map, I now understand what I'm supposed to do and what I'm supposed to be looking for. Interplay. Lovely. Boom, boom. Boom, a boom, a boom, a boom, a boom, a boom, a boom. So we have that with that. I do this. Fantastic. Now I have broken free. Now I can use this in order to do that, to lift myself up a bit, which I guess I'll do. Actually, no, what I need to do is get a box. I think I need the box. On this side at least. Because that will allow me to do that. I can stabilize it. Like that, which is really helpful. Let me just move myself out of the way. Which gives me this. And now, all I need is to take control I believe what I need to do is, unlike last time, I'm not going to be a dummy. Let's go here, take this, get up here, not drop it on the other side. I'm just going to put it down there. And now do this. Did I put it in such a suboptimal place? Boom. And maybe that will work? It will work, but it stops working. So, curiously, I need to get both of myself over here. Because the only way to stabilize that is through that. Now the question is, do I need to stabilize it? I do. I do, don't I? Because although I can move this up... I did test last time and I can't get it up there. I can't get that thing up, back up there. Does that mean then that there's an angle I can use? But even if there is an angle I can use, how do I get the box back to the other side? So I am 100% in a better place than I was my last time. But I'm not still in a good place. And if this is too far down to work, it crosses the ground, so it's not like I can just put the box and the connector here. So the question is then maybe, can I do this? Basically everything is inaccessible from the other side. Which is... I wish these were stable on fans. That would make my life so much easier. So I need to do one of two things. I need to, one, figure out a way to either get my other half up here or up there. No, wait. Is that... Well, I guess it's just me overcomplicating things again, for the millionth time. I don't know how I completely missed the fact that there's a ladder here. Which is obligatory to the puzzle. Is that... Not happy about it. Oh, I got an achievement, becoming smarter. Nice. So, out of the puzzle, it is A and T, or no, it's C and T left. T is a potential. Not sure about that one, so I'm going to still take a look at it. See, because I'm here, that is, so it's a building. If I continue, it's that building. So all I gotta figure out... Wait, because the Sphinx is there, I could just actually go for the C and figure out if that's it or not. So let's do that. And then I can take T on the way back to the Sphinx if it turns out to be the third thing I need to activate and everything. So where am I now? Walked here. I believe that's that. So now I'll continue here. I should see like a... Yeah. So it matches up to the map, and I'm supposed to go off the chute. Wait, which one of the... Is it the one with... So that's has a middle, and I'm supposed to not go through the one that has a middle. Or to the right side of the one that has a middle, which is up here. So now I'm supposed to find a button panel. The other one was behind, so I'm going to do an initial guess that there is one here as well. And it indeed is. And this one is a T. No, it was not, it was a C. I did not hear anything, which makes me think that the T is necessary after all. And given that cats has a prominence in this world, I'm not surprised either. So next up, that puzzle. And I have to find a button panel to create a T. I should soon have enough extra puzzles. Oh yeah, I still need to do all these sides first. And I have exactly half, so I guess that's more like 100% bonus content? So now I gotta find a button panel. All of them have so far been on the outside, and this one's out on the outside as well. Boom.
None may know what came first, error or sin, and yet every choice depends on it.
So Pandora is really pessimistic, this entity. Of course we're not gonna heed her warnings when all she does is just... Well... Can I? I can't quick travel. Yeah, I've already gone into the lab. But yeah, no wonder we don't heed the warnings when she's so... not aggressive, but antagonistic about it. Like, she's not very... She's not, like, trying to inform us, hey, don't do this, it's gonna be pretty bad. She's very... You're gonna die, it's the biggest mistake of your life, idiots. Oh? Oh, there's that a path associated with it.
Let us consider the city. What is a city? It is not a gift from the gods, nor the product of nature. Unlike a mountain or a river, it is something that must be built through the deliberate arrangements of material by a mind imposing order on the world. And it is built to serve a purpose. To that end, it has roads and fountains and walls. And to the same end, it has laws and leaders. And though each city is built according to a different plan, all cities must serve their purpose, or they will fall and become ruins. Therefore, we may conclude that a city is also a kind of machine, constructed to improve the life of its citizens.
I mean... yes and no. It's not a mechanical machine, but it is a machine in one sense of the word. Now we shall head south.
I'm sending you a little software upgrade I put together that should allow you to detect which files will lead to a data stream overload. Unfortunately, I'm not doing this to help you avoid them. In fact, I'm gonna need you to search for more. I'm sorry about that, but if we're going to unlock all the systems that aren't responding, you'll have to connect to the data stream, possibly more than once. It's the only way for me to get access.
I'm fine with that, Melville. Don't need to apologize for it. Oh, now this... I hope it's not all rocks. I guess it's all going to be orange rocks. Oh, but I do like the architecture here. Oh my. Now this is how to create a gorgeous building.
Alright, 1K. In this area, there seems to be a problem with the machine that makes the tetromino bridges. That means you can solve the puzzles, but you can't activate the tower. Look for a lab that lets you connect to the data stream.
I already found it. I'll send you the coordinates.
This is interesting. I like the aesthetics. I'm gonna jump down here because I can see the ghosts, I guess is what I should call them. Memories.
Father, I updated the Noema algorithm. It's working twice as fast now, and I think I can increase matter output by 25% if I tweak the modulator a little. I'm so excited.
Nice to meet you, so excited. I'm Cornelius.
What? Oh, Dad, this is science.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting for the right moment.
Yeah, I mean, this still feels like what I was talking about earlier, that Miranda is actually a byproduct. She wasn't born with the same instructions as everything else, so she has had the need to be taught. Maybe thinking that because she hasn't started off with anything, she has been taught everything, that she can actually excel and be smarter than everybody else. And now let's hear Trevor complain.
Today, we were delighted to be visited by a bunch of protesters, these voluntary extinction weirdos who think we're creating soulless monstrosities that will destroy the planet. They broke into the facility and started yelling at everyone. Fun, 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 right? Then one of them lunged at Alex. Big mistake. Chernyshevsky grabbed the guy and literally threw him across the room. I mean, almost threw him all the way off the dam. After that, the rest of them had a change of heart. Now, I'm telling you this because mostly it is not like that. But these people do exist. And somewhere in their shriveled little souls, they think that they're doing the right thing. They think they're being righteous. Now, to me, what Alex is trying to do is an obvious good. But that's not the same for everyone.
I wonder what that's gonna be. That's the new mechanic. Maybe it is a teleporter that we saw way ago. But what am I supposed to do? This is baffling. Mostly because I'm starting in the wrong order, so I don't have a proper introduction as to what that is. And this is not high enough. Oh, this is good. Can I connect to it? Can't connect to it. So what is the purpose of it? Or rather, what am I supposed to, am I supposed to get anything done, because there is nothing here? This is one of the few moves I can do. It's called switcheroo, so I'm obviously supposed to switch the cube and the connector. But I gotta get through in order to do that. I also gotta get kind of far back. No, I need both the cube and the connector, but how do I get the connector through? Well, this is it. This is the good stuff. It's a simple puzzle with yet an answer that eludes me. Let's try the glitch from the first game. Okay, it does look like it's fixed. Because in the first game, if you left click at the same time as you press space here, you would grab the cube and fly away, basically, because you're trying to jump onto something you're grabbing up at the same time. And the jump was adjusting itself. Yeah. They fixed that. I can't take that. Maybe I guess I'll get back to this one after I've been introduced to it. Or maybe it's impossible until I connect the data stream, because no, that's a secondary objective, it's not the primary objective. I mean, it's a primary objective, but it's not like taking precedence over everything else. Oh, nice, acoustic guitar without strings and really worn out. I think that's supposed to be a vacuum cleaner, robot vacuum cleaner.
Look at this place. It's beautiful, isn't it? Mesmerizing. That's how it lures you in, I think. You see all these beautiful things and your imagination starts working overtime. And the puzzles, the towers, the mysterious apparitions, it all draws you further in, deeper into the trap. What if that's the whole point of this place? What if every time you have one of those visions, another little bit of you is corrupted, overwritten with the hubris of this place? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to suggest you were, whatever it is I'm trying to say. I guess I'm just disappointed in myself. Byron needs me. You all need me to do my job, and I can't even use a terminal. If this is all really the work of the Founder, I don't know, maybe she lost her way. Or maybe we're just not ready. But once we find Byron, I suggest we get the hell out of here and never come back.
I feel like I know what the ending is going to kind of be about. Let's hope I'm wrong, but hey. It's a data terminal up there as well. For now, let's get overloaded. After reading a bunch. Water cooling. Let's get overloaded.
Our ancestors kept telling themselves that the brevity of their lives didn't matter. But they had so little time to ever really think about anything. I've spent several human lifetimes studying this mystery, and only now am I beginning to see. The simulation was built on top of material reality, unable to escape its constraints. In the same way, physics as we understand it, even quantum physics, is built on top of a deeper reality. A set of rules that define existence itself. There is a universal language of creation, and I think we can learn it.
The language of creation. What were they doing here? And how far did they get?
I can't answer that, but I think I fixed the Tetromino bridge, machine, ring thing. I say I think because it's not in the schematics. And what I'm doing is hack work at best. Try it and see if it works.
I gotta solve the puzzles first. But thank you, Mel. Yeah, there's more and more messages towards Athena, so it makes me think more and more. I mean, we never see Miranda comment on them. So who knows? And how did those messages even get here? Maybe she's unloading them. Maybe she's trying to spend all her like wake and focus on, well, this language of creation. And because of that, she's trying to unburden herself with New Jerusalem by moving all the messages she get onto the terminals instead. Oh, this is a bit more of a cryptic Sphinx one, huh? Anyway, let's head with the first puzzle to see what the mechanic actually is. Are you kidding me? That is... Why did I never see the prompt then in the other puzzle? That would have made things so much easier. And I can take the teleporter. And we did see a teleporter way long ago, so... It's not like it came out of left field, and this is how we can escape the puzzle, I'm going to presume. So what do we need? I need the fan. So I need to do this. This is... I mean, this changes the puzzles so much. Because now what I can do is that, grab the cube. Actually, first, I mean, I want to grab the fan as well. Teleport there. Oh, this is changing everything. But this also means the puzzle kind of has to be simpler, because as soon as the puzzles get more complex, there's going to be way too much
I've decoded
cheese.
another file from the data stream. Listen to this.
Mother and Father think of our discoveries as a language, a code. But I think they're wrong. They're so caught up in the technical details of running the experiments and upgrading the machine that they're not paying attention to the patterns we're finding, to the symmetries, the harmonies, the melodies. The fundamental language of reality is a kind of music, and it's beautiful. Beauty is an inherent property of the cosmos.
I love the way she looks at things.
Well, this further supports that she was more or less made for these kinds of observations. She can surpass these robots because she is not pre-programmed with anything. I'm back. Pardon for disappearing it. Right. I can keep the connections, put it in there, still have it work. Now I can do something like that. Right, and the purpose of this is keep connections, so we can do that. Now we have the teleporter, which is going to absolutely break everything wide open. So first of all, I'm gonna get it out of there, which I now can with the teleporter. Boom, 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 boom. Take teleporter, drop it through the hole, get through the hole, and that's it. I saw that. I can point. Question is just... Oh, there it is. Alright, that's good. We are already doing Pandora's puzzle before we even knew it was Pandora's. Let's talk to Jakut.
Listening to Miranda talk about beauty made me think. Okay, this might be super weird and kind of pretentious, but I honestly mean it. What is beauty? Like, where does it exist? Is it just in our minds? Or is there some objective component, something quantifiable? I always thought it was just perception, but if I understand her correctly, Miranda sees beauty as a property of the universe itself. Interesting. So the more humans there are, the more we spread across the world, the more beauty there is. But then, doesn't it follow that it's our duty as a species to grow? To make the universe more beautiful? That's a really powerful image. Beauty flowering in the universe as intelligence spreads. Thank you.
You're welcome,
I
Yakut.
hope you're right. Mostly just made sure Pellegrino didn't mess up the VTOL. We only have a handful of them, and while they look cool on the outside, the truth is they're held together by gaffer tape and good intentions. There's a reason Melville's always complaining. When you put it like that, it seems hard to argue. More and more stuff isn't working anymore, and eventually there will be consequences.
And not just small consequences either, quite dire. That's it. The rest of the questions aren't really that interesting to me.
One day, undoubtedly, an expedition will pass by this island.
Yep,
It will
ours.
seek to document facts and statistics,
Yep.
to enumerate reasons for us not to look more closely. That is what we do now. We seek facts rather than truth, because truth might frighten and unsettle the comfortable people who like to sit in their conference rooms and debate which corners we should cut today. These people like to imagine the chaos that could come one day, like a comforting fairy tale of distant darkness. But they do not see the chaos that is at our walls right now. The chaos that also lives within us. A force that is both necessary and appalling.
Everything okay?
I want to get to know you more.
He was in charge of planning New Alexandria. It was his mistake that led to the disaster. After that, he retired from public affairs and dedicated himself to his studies. Well, they've experienced a lot more hardship and tragedy than most of us. I think it's understandable that they choose to focus on their personal interests. You mean, am I unduly influenced by my experiences? Unable to imagine the better future Byron wanted because I'm too traumatized? Could be. But I'd like to think I'm a little more self-aware than that. Why do you ask? Just because I believe we don't need to expand and dominate everything doesn't mean I want us to go extinct. I know there are people who think that way, but if I care about other species going extinct, why wouldn't I care about this one? Seems irrational to me.
I hate that pretty much all of the options are bad.
He was the third to be born, after Athena and Eustathius. He was an important figure in New Jerusalem's early history, almost as important as Athena. But After she vanished, he faded into the background. I don't think anyone suspected he knew where she was. I didn't know him that well, but he was always very calm, very thoughtful. Everyone respected him.
Through the wall, through the wall, through the wall. How do I do that? If I put it on the other side of the grid, will it... Yeah, I can teleport through the other side of the grid. So what does this mean? This means... Yeah, I think I know what it means I need to do. No, I don't know what it means. I think what it means is that I need to do this. Do that. Put that. And I'll put it down there. Oh, right. I mean, yeah, I guess this works. Bit interesting how that was, or how you solved that one. Let's continue onwards. Still haven't found Pandora's statue. So I can teleport myself in there. Question, I mean, I guess I have to. Interesting world music. Also interesting how so far things have been kind semi scientifical, but now that's not. I mean, teleportation. This sort of teleportation that you just look somewhere. It's not quite that. Okay, so it's time to actually do the puzzly parts of the puzzle. I need to find a method to get one of these objects, it's fine with one of them, through. Which is a lot harder than it seems. But maybe I'm thinking about things the wrong way. No, I was thinking if I switch place, will that do it? No, wait. Yeah. I was thinking if I could just put it over there, I could teleport myself. No, I can't. That's the problem. Because I've removed it now, I can't teleport that place. So I need to find a method to teleport. Because I'm not missing any other element. So is there a way for me to see? Let me try this. If I stand on the box, can I get... I do not have enough height if I stand on the box. And that one is mandatory. I'm not seeing another thing. There's nothing else in there. What if... Oh, it's not high enough. But maybe... No, the solution needs to be... And this is pretty high up. What am I supposed... supposed to teleport? I know what I'm supposed to teleport, but how? How do I teleport what I bought here? How do I teleport things? That's an interesting interaction, although it doesn't do anything for me, sadly. I think the key to everything is the fact that this wall can be unlocked by just any weight, meaning it could be the teleporter, it could be the hexahedron, it could be the connector. The problem I have is just how do I... Is this intended? No, it's been... That's not where I placed it. So let's place it a bit more in. Yeah. Okay, so they thought about that as well. It's very close to actually being tall enough. So what could it be? I barely use this room, but I also barely use that room. Okay, Okay, rationalize. Let's think about this the correct way. My problem is this beam needs to be lit up like that. Maybe that is mandatory, and all I really gotta figure out is how to have pressure on this plate and get myself through. Because if I do that, that's how I do it. I am huge moron. Like, it's insane how dumb I am.
You know, a couple of years back, we went on a scavenging expedition to an ancient industrial complex south of New Jerusalem. It was enormous, sprawling, an area many times bigger than our whole city, just dedicated to manufacturing. It was incredible to think about the sheer variety of things they produced. And it made me realize how austere, how restricted our lives are. You know how most ancient structures are overgrown? It's kind of pretty, but in a sad way. Well, this one wasn't. There had been some kind of chemical spill. I don't know if it happened while the structure was still operational, or if something had just rotted through, but it killed everything. Even centuries later, nothing could grow. It didn't have to happen that way, and history doesn't have to repeat itself. But we do have to remember that it did happen once.
Hello, Spire. I wanted to, well, say hello earlier, but I don't want to interrupt the dialogue, especially when it's Yakut. He's good. Right, that's that done. Still looking for Pandora's statue.
Fascinating.
There is the recording place of the Lion King. Nah, you're fun, Spire. Don't worry. You're not mean at all. That's a very strong fan. I'm a fan of it. Oh, that's nice. Wait, there's a random red beam? Huh? I guess for the accumulator. I'm going to guess that I can reach... No, I can't. I can't access it. I was thinking if I could potentially access the teleporter from down there. But I cannot. So do I have anything else to put here? Yes, I do. Because if I put it in a good spot... Well, I was gonna say I could use the fan, but then I realized that I kinda need the fan to get up there. Wait, yeah, exactly, that's how I do it. Because I just need to make it accessible from down there to get the fan up. And boom, boom, boom. Now we have this. And the first part is solved. Now it's for the second part. Let's begin with that. And it's a small little a small little thing. Don't need that anymore, so I can use this. Question is, can I reach this teleporter from down here? That would be ideal. I don't really have to worry too much. I can reach the teleporter, so I'll get that. Teleport. Now I gotta do that. And the problem, so now what my problem is I just gotta get, no, I don't even gotta get an object. I can just stand here myself and be, yeah. Now the accumulator is charged and I can just drop down with the accumulator, and that is the puzzle. Found ya.
To us who have only just begun this journey of philosophy, the world may seem like a mystery that can never be solved. A great deal has been written since the days of the Seven Sages, but how much of it is truth and how much of it is idle speculation? I've offended many by saying that most philosophy will, as the centuries pass, be discarded as foolishness and superstition. But it is a truth only philosophers fail to see. And yet we cannot abandon reason and conclude that we cannot know anything. Rather, we must accept that the journey towards understanding will be long, and our task is to build a foundation for those who will one day arrive at its destination.
So far this area is by far my favorite design-wise. The nature is a bit boring with all the red cliffs and everything, but the aesthetics and architecture is really nice. Also love the watercolor. That helps massively as well. Right. Let's get over here. I don't see a ladder to get out though. So is this a... surely this is not a soft lock. Is holding X to reset my position? Nah, it ruined my green. I have to redo that again. Oh, that's awful. Oh well. What can you do? I can get in there to get the teleporter, but I don't see how to use the teleporter to get anywhere else. I need this disabled, but I can't do that through a wall. I need to get through this, which probably requires another jammer. Everything else should follow suit pretty quickly. So the only real puzzle I have to do or figure out right now is how do I get that teleporter out of there? I don't figure that out by just standing there like an idiot. But an idiot I am. So now I can get out of here with the jammer. So now I can get in here with a jammer. I can get in there. Well, I have another teleporter. How thoughtful. So yeah, what I can use the other teleporter for is... boom. this should let me do that. And go back in here. Oh, right. Because I need the jammer to jam this first. It's not as simple as I thought it would be. Or so I thought. No, because this is unreachable for me still. So I think it's correct for me to have the jammer out here. The question is just, where is the appropriate positioning? I believe the appropriate positioning... I can't get out if I do that. I think the appropriate positioning is... No. Because once that is gone... I think that is 100% correct. Once I'm in there though, I need a way to get out. And if I get out, I mean that I can do. And I can move the jammer. But I need a way to get back in once I've done that. Or, that is one hypothesis, maybe all I need... No, I just realized I'm overcomplicating things again. Starting to realize that today has not been a good day for me puzzling. Okay. When I'm... Lovely new things. So what could this mean? I haven't come across a button panel, but once I do, that is definitely the solution. Yeah, I've started thinking with teleporters. Considering how much I've played Portal, I thought I would be better at it. But then again, I've also noticed that today is not really my strongest day for mental performance. So I'm going to be lazy and responsible and claim it, or claim that that is the reason why. So let's see, what can I get here? I don't see any... I don't see anything outside here. So with this I can teleport. Lovely. Nice, now the cube is escorted. This one I will need later, but I'll start off with the cube there because I feel like a teleporter is... No, a teleporter is not necessarily better at the beginning. If I put it there, I can always teleport to it. Still gotta get through though. So I'll start with that, do that. Because that allows me to do this, and I can take the cube and do that. Oh, this one powers that. Nice! Because now I can just do that. That. And we have a winner. Now it's time to number 7 and 8. Still haven't found a button panel. No clue where the bottom panel is supposed to be. But I'm going to presume it's... it's going to be at least a little bit logical and actually be on a building and not on some random red rocks. Oh, now this is a nice aesthetic. With the see-through... I guess this is like plastic, actually. Plastic glass. Right. We're spoiled for choice with how to start. Right. So let's get up here. This feels so cheesable. It's so close yet so far. Gives it some fun. So now I need to get up here. Now I can use the cube. Get up here like that. With the fan, put the fan there, and get the cube up here. Do that, stand here, push the cube out. Boom. Done. Fantastic. Lovely. 10 out of 10. I would like to get this thing out, though. Did I just soft-lock myself? Just gonna do that. Because now I can do this. And just do this as well. So now I have everything pretty much. Let's begin. Why is this even a toggle? I can't get... Oh, that's why it's a toggle. Nice. Now it's going to be pretty much the same thing. Except I need to get the teleporter on top of it. So how do I get a teleporter on top of it while everything's there? I know how to do that. I just do it single time, like that. Well, I thought I knew, but... I got up there before. Oh yeah, that's because that's where the teleporter was. And that's how I do it as well. Put the teleporter up there, turn it on, boom. But I'm now back at the beginning. I need more elevation. How do I get more elevation? Yes, that's how I get more elevation. Because now I can turn this off. And I can use... keep stacking. Let's do... looking at the time, let's do number 7 and 8. Or actually no, because 7 and 8 and then I have to do Pandora's, redo Pandora's. And I have to find the buttons for the Sphinx, so I think maybe this is a good place to leave off. Inside the lovely number 7, remote interchange. Yeah. Oh, well, that wasn't my intention, but hey. So, with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your morning, day, evening, or whatever time it is for you. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care. See ya, Spire.